All right, good day, Navajo Nation. This is your Vice President Jonathan Nez here in Navajo Mountain area, and we are on Paiute Mesa. We just came up from Paiute Canyon, and we're here with Henry Stevens, who's the chapter president of Navajo Mountain, and we're here scouting out the terrain for the Running for a Stronger, Healthier Navajo Nation run. Maybe an introduction and tell us a little bit about this area, chapter president.
Good morning. My name is Hank Stevens, and I'm the local chapter representative as the chapter president, and I'm also the Western Agency president here in the Western Agency area. As like Vice President said, we actually just came across Paiute Canyon, and we're on top of Paiute Mesa right now. And in the background, you'll probably see the Lake Powell, the Henry Mountains, and Boulder Mountain. And as we transition further out this way, you'll probably see Bears Ear and the Monument Valley area. So one of the things that we're doing this year again is the Trail Ultra, and this is one of the runs that we're going to be doing from Paiute Mesa out to Monument Valley. Later on this fall in October 26, 27, we'll actually be doing the Trail Ultra from Navajo Mountain all the way into Rainbow Bridge, and then back out from Rainbow Bridge on the north side, and actually running some of the old commuting trails of our ancestors, and rejuvenating some of those trails.
Yeah. We're also here with the Special Diabetes Program from the Navajo Nation. Charlene's here with her team, and we're going to be assisted by the Special Diabetes team, as well as the EMTs from the area as well. So when I used to be the delegate out of Navajo Mountain, I used to have an opportunity to run all the way up top of Navajo Mountain, put a afternoon run in after the chapter meetings. And I used to also park my vehicle up at the rim, and then we run that old route that goes down to the river. I forget what number route that is, but it's a nice route. It's not graded all the way. I think at one time the water was higher. That's why it got to that. But we used to run all the way down to the river and then run all the way back. So it used to be fun to do those things around here. And now that being the vice president, we want to also highlight a lot of these beautiful scenic areas. And like I always tell a lot of our folks out there, I say, we have beautiful land here on the Navajo Nation. Why go all the way to Grand Canyon, all the way everywhere else when you could experience your own Navajo Nation? So it's good to be here, and this is a segment of Navajo Nation YouTube page, NNVP on the Move, running the Nebuchadnezzar. So it's good to talk to you all, and I know we haven't been out lately, but we're experiencing Navajo. So we'll see you on the trail. So thank you very much, guys.
That mesa on this side, that real dark one, right as it goes out towards Tropic, Henriettaville. Also, you'll see that mountain. It's got kind of like a white rock sticking out. They used to call it Chispanink. Then that mesa, that compare with Chigi, they used to call it Technotoze. If you look at compare with, you'll see kind of like lines just going across it. Then you go further that way towards like Canap. They used to call that place Sechit. You know how they have that real long red, kind of like red mesa. And then just on the opposite side of it, on the south side, that mountain, they used to call it Natotzi. A Paiute man into the family, and during the course of that marriage, he had, the lady had twins for that Paiute, so they would always praise that Paiute, Ba'aj Chen, so then the area just got called Ba'aj Chen. And as time progressed along, when this individual came in to do the documentary, and he asked the family, he says, what's the name of this place? And then then he went on to ask, whose land is it, And then I guess that the guy that had the Paiute for the in-laws says, Bayotzen, just jokingly. And actually that person that was documenting the area actually called that place Paiute Canyon. And then this was the same way too. You know, people intermarried with the Paiutes, and they're built in the Bakea. You know, they were saying, and that's how this area got called Paiute Mesa. But actually, in the actual reality, this is where the Ute salt clan actually originated from, because our ancestors actually was the Ute clan that came across the river, that settled the area, and the salt clan kind of intermarried with the Utes, and then the Batanes from the Bears area actually migrated into the area too, and occupied the area at the same time. And that's when the Utes wanted to acknowledge their clan with the Salt clan. And the story goes that the lady from the Ute clan actually gave the Salt clan a grinding stone. That's where it actually originated from. Bear's Ear, you will see it once you get out to the trailhead, but it's actually right in this direction. But any highest point from that side, actually, where that tower is, just as you come up that hill from the chapter, just as you get on top, you can actually see Bear's Ear. So any other location that you can get up there on the higher elevation, you can actually see Bear's Ear. It's just beside the Henry Mountains. Supposedly, those mountains didn't even get a name until 1940s, I think it is. And our ancestors used to all go way up there to Windover, out there in Salt Lake, because they spoke the Ute language, and they were able to cross the river and trade with the white folks and Mormon families out there. And this is where all the big giant mules, those wagon trains, but mules again, that's where it was introduced. Also the quarter horses and the thoroughbreds were actually introduced from this side into the reservation.
So we invite you to run with us July 10th through the 17th, running for a stronger and healthier Navajo Nation, 7th annual. And for the Stage 2, Navajo Mountain to Monument Valley, I just want to mention and emphasize that it's going to be highly technical. The course will be rugged, a lot of loose rock, a lot of slick rock, and it's the most challenging section of this year's run. So we're asking for experienced runners only because it's going to be self-supported. You're going to have to carry your own food and water the first 16 miles, Paiute Mesa Rim to Paiute Farms Junction. And so, the temperature is going to go up pretty high during that time as well. So, it's going to be a challenging course, but I know that there are many runners that could be able to accomplish that feat. We appreciate all the runners who have contacted us. I know this is going to be one of the highlights of this year's 7th annual Running for a Stronger, Healthier Navajo Nation. There will be a community event the evening prior on July 11th. So come out to Navajo Mountain. There'll be camping available. You can sleep in the chapter house as well the night before the run. And the shuttle will be leaving at 5 a.m. July 12th sharp, and we should be able to hit the Paiute Mesa Rim, where the start of the trail will be at about 6 a.m. will be the start time. So if you have any questions, contact Chris Bahi at 928-286-7363, or feel free to contact the Navajo Nation Special Diabetes Project in Window Rock. And again, if you keep looking out for our Twitter and our Facebook page, because we'll be streaming as much live as we can. We're going to be way out in the rural area where sometimes there's no cell phone, but we're going to do our very best to keep everyone informed of what we're doing throughout the race. From July 10th through the 17th, we'll be running throughout the Navajo Nation. So come and join us. And Stage 2 will be a highlight, but there's also Stage 1. There's going to be 4 stages. So come and join. We'll be around your area, and we'll see you on the trails. Thank you.